Hello. Oh, my camera's off. Hi, Sandy.
Hi.
Thank you so much for joining. I don't know if this music is like too
So
intense.
heavy. No, it's good. We're gonna start dancing.
Yeah, normally I do lo-fi, but I was like, oh, Sandy's on. Maybe like it'll be like a really intense session today. But okay, cool. Thank you everybody for waiting. I guess just standard introductions in the beginning. Hi, I'm Emily. I lead the DevRel team here at Scroll. Scroll Open is happening right now. It is a 6-week online hackathon, really focusing on finding the next top builders in Scroll. Every week we're doing feedback sessions live here, and I guess Sandy, for those of you guys who don't know her, is our fearless leader, CEO, co-founder of Scroll. But I mean, I guess I'll let you introduce yourself unless you just want to dive into it because I already, I guess, threw the ball, fumbled the bag. What, I don't know what the idiom is, but
I don't know. I'm just here to vibe, man. I think it's good to be here. It's kind of Friday night, and I can't think of anywhere else I'd rather be than to just like hang out and then check out some demos. And then I want to be gentle with my feedback, unless someone wants some very blunt opinions, which I'm very, very famous for serving.
yes. But what I will say, I think for builders' sake, it's very helpful to give blunt
Yeah,
feedback.
I think one of our mantras and cultures we're trying to like foster is one where like feedback is a gift. Um,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
like Emily is here to start doling out some gifts.
Uh, I know. My gifts are nice and soft. I'm a white bread kind of person. But okay, let's.
White
y-
bread, my God.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool. I'm gonna start sharing my screen. Actually, you know what? I do have to turn off the music, I guess, if we're watching demos. But Sandy, let me know if you can hear the audio. Where's my button? No, it's the wrong button. Okay, here we go. So Easton has been submitting every single week, which is awesome. But
Oh, that's
Taking you guys
awesome.
through a really
let
quick
me see.
demo
Can
on
you
Foresight.
hear
If you
this
don't already
at
know,
all? Is
Foresight
there
is a
sound?
prediction market that unlocks additional liquidity and
Oh,
delivers
the sound is
instant
coming
rewards with
through
every single
my
bet. In today's preview,
not my headphones, but I'm not sure if you can hear it.
Mm.
Like when I
we're
play
going to
this,
be
can you hear
looking
this?
at the buying and
Not
rewards
clear enough.
portion of our platform.
Okay.
But in the upcoming videos, we'll be showing you guys
This
on
should have
the
been
unlocking additional
interesting.
liquidity
Okay.
section.
Um,
Um,
how do we do this? Let's
so
I
yeah,
like the way the website looks. It's like a
here we have
sick
the
UI,
landing
very
page,
clear.
and you can see that there are some
yeah.
filters
Oh, okay. Well, I guess question is, can
overviews.
people in the okay. In this intermediary term while I troubleshoot, Sandy, I'm gonna send this tweet to you if you can watch in the background and then oh, the
Okay.
people on LinkedIn said they can hear it, but
Okay.
maybe not you. But here, let
Okay.
me
I'll turn off my sound and then watch it.
yeah, I'll send it to you in the internal chat on the streaming platform. Let me know if you see it. But okay, I guess for those online who said they can hear it, I'm gonna play it and we can watch it live. So
The
um
section. So yeah,
start from the beginning.
hey guys, Ethan here. Today I'm going to be taking you guys through a really quick demo on Foresight. If you don't already know, Foresight is a prediction market that unlocks additional liquidity and delivers instant rewards with every single bet. In today's preview, we're going to be looking at the buying and rewards portion of our platform. But in the upcoming videos, we'll be showing you guys on the unlocking additional liquidity section. So yeah, here we have the landing page, and you can see that there are some filters. So you can filter by categories, and these are just tags. Or you can look at what's trending. So you can instantly buy any position that you want right from here, or you could actually click inside and view additional details about the market. So there's going to be a graph. You can view the market summary and all that. Here we have the purchasing interface, And you can see that we are $92 away from unlocking additional USDT rewards. So that means that if I were to buy $92 right now, I can actually bet and earn some rewards because I've filled this entire bar. So yeah, I can add additional just like this, or just add 92 right here, and I can custom my bet. So I'm just gonna approve real quick. Once the approvals are done, then I'll just purchase the yes shares. And of course, a lot of these UX things can be streamlined a little bit more. We're using Privy, and with Privy, we actually get to abstract a lot of the um, complexities of having to pay gas and all of that away from the users. So now we have purchased $92 and we've actually filled in the entire bar. So we can go ahead and view the rewards. So here's the rewards page. You can see that I've never claimed any rewards yet, and we call this the divination charge. So we can see that we can claim once because we have 1,000 points, and each claim costs 1,000 points. So every dollar that you bet, you earn 1 point, and yeah, if you hit 1,000, then you get to claim some rewards. So let's see what that looks like right now. So we're gonna hit claim. And I want you to think of this sort of like as picking tarot cards. So you can see that there's a few cards here, and we can select one of these. Let's just say we select this. So we're gonna have to make a transaction on chain, and let's see how much did we win. All right, so it's loading right now, and awesome! Wow, we actually won 46 bucks just from this one claim. So yeah, that's the entire flow for the purchasing and rewards portion of Foresight. Stay tuned to more videos in the upcoming days where we'll show you how we do loans, whether as a lender or as a borrower, and that's how we unlock additional liquidity. So yeah, thank you so much for watching.
Okay, I finished playing the video for the audience. Sandy, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, cool. Now I have to figure out how to unshare my screen. Oh, I'm normally good at this. But then Sandy's here, so now I'm like super nervous.
What?
No,
No.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Yes. Okay, cool. First thoughts. Again, thank you so much, Ethan, for submitting, I think, week over week. It's been very cool seeing kind of the idea materialize and come to, I guess, where it is today. I think one thing I wanted to note that I don't know if you know exists. Very cool that you're using Privy. I think I shouted them out before. Really great for UX. If you are also interested in, because I think Privy has a monthly fee, but looking for that same like paymaster experience, a bunch of like wallet abstraction, also just like very simple to use. Reown, formerly Wallet Connect, also has something called App Kit, which is super cool. There is a I did a video on it sometime maybe 2 weeks ago ish that you might want to consider. They're cool, completely open source. Each has its pros and cons, but especially I guess as a starter person. Yeah, free is always better, maybe. But Sandy, I've seen this a bunch of times. I've given a lot of feedback. I want to hear your first thoughts.
I think it's really cool. I like the landing page. And I'm not sure I quite understand like the card logic. So you click a card and then like I wasn't really following the how does the card tie into it.
Yeah, I can give you some context, which is good feedback, Ethan, for your demo. It's not entirely clear what this does, but I have infinite weeks of talking to you. So essentially, in this prediction market rate, or like as you spend and bet, you earn points towards rewards. When you hit $1,000, spent, it's a you get a variable number, kind of like a lucky box draw of anywhere from 1 and 500 USDT. So claiming that reward is where the cards come into play. So he wanted to add an element of like fortune or kind of like randomization. And then what do you call it?
Understood. Does that mean when I bet against someone, the website takes a rake, and that's where the randomized price comes from?
Um, yes. So I think they do take a portion of the winnings or whatever, and then
Right.
that is used to fund whatever like rewards.
Oh, okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Um, hmm,
So this is really interesting too because I don't know if you caught it at the very end where they're going to introduce like lending and borrowing to it. So if people want to like borrow in order to bet.
mm,
I think my gut reaction is like, is this safe? But it's fine. It's fun. Very cool. The other thing about AppKit that's very cool actually that might be an even better integrated experience. It does do swapping for you. So if you're trying to bet on Scroll, um, and you don't have the token through the app kit experience, it already like is connected to a DEX, I think, and then you can that just like adds an extra step of like I don't even need to get ETH onto Scroll to be able to participate. So
mm.
um
Very cool. Very
incremental
cool.
steps everywhere. But this is very cool. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Ethan.
this is super cool. Thank you, Ethan.
Um sure.
I think for next stage, I think that's coming up in the next few weeks, right? I think would love to hear a little bit about kind of like kind of the go-to market for this. Um, I've built a prediction market thing before, like on BSC, like a long time ago, and it's just like really hard for to get people to do that. Like the thing I built was more like sports oriented, and then just the overlap between like crypto people and sports betting fans is just like kind of like a very slim overlap. And then so but obviously Polymarket has managed to build something that has captured popular opinion, and then they do a lot of kind of like picking the topic and being a part of conversation, and have like a very strong kind of strategy to like get users to use the platform. So I would love to hear like some of Ethan's thinking like in the next few weeks as we progress.
Awesome. Yes. So, guys, stay tuned. Next week is growth week. So, we'll be going specifically over how to find your first 100 users. So, very
Mhm.
cool. Next on the list is joy.eth. What a joy. I get to review your project. Oh, it's on Google Drive. Okay, let me go and find this. Here, I'll send this to you as well, Sandy, in the chat, and then I'll play this for the people watching online. Hopefully you can hear this video.
Hello everyone, and welcome to BlogX, a decentralized platform that connects talents to clients and ensures fair payments in crypto. What happens when you finally get hired only to find yourself exploited, pushed to work beyond the agreed hours for little or no pay? Your payments could be withheld for several weeks after the stipulated time, or you're not considered at all for an application due to race, geographic, or religious reasons. This is where blog gigs come in. We provide you access to global opportunities, no more worrying about EMEA or being judged based on the color of your skin or country. Hiring is based solely on the excellence of your expertise. This platform tackles the common challenges in the freelance industry, such as hiring bias, payment limitation, escrow complexities, and lack of transparency. By leveraging blockchain technology, specifically Ethereum, BlogX offers milestone-based payments, automated smart contracts, and integrated escrow services, ensuring a secure and transparent hiring process. So now we're on the landing page of BlogX, and here we can see how it works. Our
Our
key
key
features
features
for
for
clients
clients
or
or
talents to
talent
just
just
visit
visit
us.
us.
Why to choose BlogX? Our client and talent testimonials. As well as subscribe to our newsletter. Let's jump right into it. Get started. So here the talent of the clients can choose to sign up with either the email address, MetaMask, Celo, or any other wallet using Wallet Connect. Let's use the email address.
Oh, okay. This is 11 minutes. I did not realize that. So I'm going to put it on 1.7
So here you can
speed.
choose to either sign up as a client, looking to procure talent to get better
And
efficiently,
hopefully
subscribe to
people can
subscription
slow
fees to
down the
get
video
online services.
if they're watching.
Let's go on talent. Profile
But
information view. So now we're logged in on the talent profile. So here you can see the other information contains time zone, is preferred
I love
pay,
this. It's like a
languages,
Fiverr
and
kind of.
contracted tips,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
talents,
yeah.
and hiring chances. Next up is in the gigs, where we see all the gigs for the talents, his completed gigs, his ongoing gigs, his saved or bookmark gigs, and any cancelled gigs. See, these are the 3 sale queries supporting the plug gig. Here we can view the transaction history and the disclaimer to no job paid stablecoins are held in smart contracts until terms of contracts are met or specified milestones approved by both parties and
Hermet.
client.
Okay. Cool. I'm just going to start skipping through because I do want to make sure other people have time.
Shows the comments on the work. Submission link type. You can choose a link, file, or whatever preference. Miss Probable. So congrats, milestone has been approved for a client. Therefore, work pay 500 USDC in such mass contract is on the way to your web. It's secret. And apply for the job. Congrats, you call. So let's move on to this client side. Job that's ongoing. The client is client's name, the start date of the job, the key details, the milestone payment, the first milestone, second milestone, and third milestone. Let's view a milestone. Milestone 3. So no submission yet. Milestone 3 can be completed and 200 USDC is allocated to the job if you want to get on the call. The job. We'll put the applicant's credit. So that's the end of our progress so far. Thank you.
Okay. I just skipped through everything. Sandy, let me know if you need more time.
No. I think this is good. This is this is great.
Okay, cool. My first thoughts. The demo is 11 minutes. Nobody, I don't want to say nobody has 11 minutes, but I think when you are demoing a project, it's important to keep in mind, and I should have like written this in the actual, like, I guess, form or whatever, that we should keep it under a certain time. But like when we think about pitching and introducing our ideas to other people, like how do you sell it in one sentence, right? Like how do you condense the most important information down so that whoever is giving you feedback can give the most like meaningful feedback. To that extent too, also just like a critique of your demo as well. I think the beginning of it was a lot of just staring at a landing page and talking over it, which I think also leads to some fatigue. I think maybe also in the TikTok brain rot world. So either having like accompanying slides or even putting your face on the screen and like talking as a person, I think would be a really good way to make the demo more engaging. I've also, I guess, seen you submit over multiple times, so I want to give Sandy some time to talk about her opinions on your demo, your idea, project, etc.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would second what Emily said, like in just like a thing about presentation and the way I like to be presented with a demo is one, like a one-liner about what this is. Like the one-liner could be, this is the Fiverr on blockchain, or this is like the Keeper. There was a previous iteration of on-chain job market thing, right? This is like Keeper V2. And then the second thing I want to hear about is like what is the insight? Like with every project or everything that's new, like you need to have a key insight or something that is like that the world needs but didn't realize. And then there should be a minimum viable product to validate whether this insight can create value, and it doesn't require building out like a fully fledged website like this. So I think in terms of presentation, I kind of need to know like kind of a one liner, like this should be the connector for everyone in the gig economy or something. Like, I want to use crypto rails to make sure the vision is so that everyone can work from home or something like that. And then the insight is like, what is the secret? Like, is the secret that the secret needs to kind of talk about what is currently missing in the universe that doesn't exist anywhere else. Something about how like crypto job is unique, and then like it's hard to validate skill set or hard to verify whether a job is well done, and hard to like filter for quality, or what is that like secret that you're trying to serve and uncover. I would love to hear that. And then I think again, like every great product starts with something that is like very, very small and niche, and otherwise you can't really be the best at it in terms of UX. And yeah, I think this is like a lot of work's been put into it, which is great. That's a lot of work for like 3, 4 weeks into a hackathon. So well done, kudos on the effort. And yeah, but I think like Emily said, like shorter and more succinct presentation, and that actually helps you to clarify the thought as well.
Yeah, I think something I wanted to tap in or like double click what Sandy was saying was like, what is your key insight? Two
Mhm.
things. If you didn't see the generating idea video, please go check it out. I think they bring up something really cool about it's okay if you reuse ideas, right? Everyone's cooking with the same
Yeah,
ingredients.
100%. 100%, yeah.
How are you making it different? How are you the chef? What I noticed in the very beginning, I think, of your intro, you're talking about specifically targeting like African tech talent right here, right? And I think that's kind of a really interesting piece I would like to hear more about. I'm like both from your background as well as like how that makes this different. If this is highly localized, right? Like
I would
I'm
also be curious to know, like, what is unique? What is the unique pain point for African kind of builders, right? Or, participants in the gig economy. Like the gig economy is huge in certain countries like Nigeria. And then so what is the pain point? And there are a ton of kind of these job platforms to connect jobs to people already. Like what is missing?
yeah.
We'll love
Cool. So thank you so much for submitting. I'm excited.
to
We're wrapping up soon. So, oh my God, it's so cool. I feel like a mom. Maybe is that what it feels like when you see like baby ideas come to like full-fledged websites? I've never been a mother. So,
these might become giant trees or
ah,
just early sprouts of something promising.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, cool. Oh, yay, this one's okay, cool. I'll send this to you as well. It was a little hard for me to understand this app when I first heard about it. Um, but Juana and Amen were on with us last week and gave a lot of key insights. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm curious whether or not you can get it from the demo because I'm also going to
Okay.
watch this demo and then that'll help refine, I guess, the messaging. But here I put it in the chat. I guess for the rest of us out there, I will find this tweet online. Here it is. Then I'm going to play the video.
It's a decentralized blockchain application for social groups to just pull together resources. It's just borrowed from something that is already existing, and it's common in a place where people pull resources together and they use it for whatever purpose they want. At times they just give it to one person. So to quickly take you through the tab, there's a wallet connection is possible. You can pick MetaMask in this example. And once you have the wallet connected, then it's possible to interact on chain. So we're waiting for MetaMask. So we have to verify on it. So in essence, you just want to bring all these things on chain so that people can, it's possible for them to manage, like tilting every repeater again. I don't know why it does this all the time, but the second time it will do connect. So we have to get that connection request and so that we have our wallet connected to our DApp. So we are connected. I think it's this time we're doing Sepolia. We go back to the tab. I realized this connection was successful. Probably waiting for the go back to the. Oh my god, it's just acting up. I don't know. Connect. Oh yeah, it's connected. The wallet has already been connected. So basically, you have the menu whereby someone can create a channel. Just anybody on chain can come. They have to put the channel name, the description, and goals, the start time, the contribution cycle. Okay, we need to switch to scroll. I think that was the issue because I'm currently using called Sepolia. So once you're done, we should go back and we continue. So then contribution cycle, the deposit amount which will be used as security, And then there's a slash penalty. The admin can choose how much people do on the deposit if they don't pay on time, and also the maximum number of members that can join the channel once they create this. This will interact the smart contract and have the channel creative. So the other menu is the join. So if someone wants to join, can find the already created channels and the regulation. They can join either of the channels that they want, and they can see what they want to do, and then they become members of that. Like these are 5% penalty, and maximum members are 8. And the other menu, because this is a really lightweight application, is a dashboard for a member to see how they are running, how much they are supposed to be contributing, and the various channels they are in, their contribution histories, and how their funds are being allocated. And there's also a social share button. They can sell on social media, whichever media they want to invite people to come to the Chama app. And yeah, basically that is it. This is what we're trying to do. The next steps you want to try and I'm integrating the smart contract. I think it's all actually ready. It should be live, and then we should have everything on chain. So thank you so much. And probably something really this is supposed to be really, really mobile fast, because most users are mobile. So you can even see we're developing on mobile. And we just want to make users have like the best and intuitive experience in our app. Thank you so much, and we hope to see you next, and as we update more features on our app. Thank you.
Okay. Sandy, are you?
I'm a bit lost. I'm afraid.
I knew it. Totally okay. I think that is amazing feedback.
I kind of like admitted defeat kind of 1 minute in. I was just
No worries. I was like, oh,
maybe
should
less
I?
than 1 minute. I was just like, no, I'm not gonna be able to figure this out.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. So again, I think feedback for demos is think about your audience. Do they know what you're talking about? But I think for me, I'll reiterate. I saw this idea like over time, so it is very cool to see it kind of come to fruition. So maybe you're being biased towards like, oh, maybe Emily's the only one watching this. Surprise, Sandy's here. So I'll give you some insight into what Chama is. So Chama is actually something that already exists as like I don't know what the right word is, but like so Juan and Ahmed were talking about this. So in like the global south, right, one of the things that makes banking inaccessible is, or like banking is inaccessible, right? So like how do you get money and funding for like daily activities? And there's these things called chamas, which are essentially community run funds. Oh, Sandy's gone. Cool. Hello?
Hello, I'm back.
Okay.
Iffy internet
No
for a
worries.
bit. Sorry.
So I mean, obviously, this is not a one sentence pitch because I'm not the builder, so I'm going to be verbose. But the idea is basically everyone pays into a fund. So like a community pays into a fund, and then every week, somebody like someone in that fund will get like a cut, and it'll come back to them, and then they can spend it on that time. But they are expected to contribute every month. And so this is kind of like an organic way that already exists of like communities funding each other. And so Chama app DApp is like bringing that on chain and allowing it to like be, I guess, more widely used. I think the first thing I also want to say is like, yay, you integrated social sharing. I'm so glad you took the feedback and ran with that over a single week, which is super cool. What I will kind of nitpick on the social sharing piece, if you have time, obviously, because I know you said you're still integrating the smart contracts in the video. Social sharing of a specific chama. So I think what at least the invite looked like was like invite to the actual application to download. I think this really hits and like makes the experience smoother when you're like, I've created this chama, please join the specific one. I want to contribute into this fund with you. Right. But that's a nit. I'm going to stop here. Sandy, do you have any questions about the idea or the concept?
No, I think it's really like you said. I know something that already exists, and you know, so I think it mirrors like human behaviors or community behaviors that already exist in the wild. Is then the question is like sense for those people to Rails and make the experience better. So I think the next thing is just get it in front of others.
Yeah, very cool. I think that you bring up a good question that I think people don't really think about, especially when it comes to like creating crypto dApps, is like, does this feel better than what I had before? Like, you know, like,
I think that's a reason social crypto dApps is because like Web2 social products are anything that's about disseminating information as opposed to coordinating value is just done better in Web2 format. And so I think, you know, the kind of like the only, in my opinion, the only social kind of that have like and like clout back in the day helps kind of turn their social power or whatever to some kind of value. It turns something that's a bit more intangible into something people get on. And that is the like, some people are happy to kind of convert their social popularity into value, and so that was cool. But organizing community capital is money, and like there's a moneyed aspect to this than like social aspect, and then how the investment better when you do it with a community that needs to.
yeah,
Like, are you looking a sense of belonging, looking for like it's value, kind of a sense of like say by numbers, or the idea about investment, which is kind of the best way to learn about investing. And then so what is the insight again? And
yeah.
right.
Very good. So, I guess Son, when you do your final submission and you have your first slide, come back to this video, answer every question that Sandy just asked, and make sure it's clear. I think especially for me and her, I think just shows like if we have never interacted with this type of thing before, whereas like Juan and Ahmed did, it translates very differently in terms of immediate understanding. Anyways, let's move on. Here you go, Sandy D. And then I'll go ahead and play this. Is there sound? There isn't.
Yeah, to answer the question, we do these weekly. I think there's someone asking how we. Emily does this a lot consistently than me. I'm as opposed to the regular.
Yeah. Thank you so much for making time out of your busy day, though, especially on a Friday. I'm like,
just like
perfect. Yeah. So Cian, what's it called? Wednesdays, the form comes out. You can find it on like Twitter, or if you signed up for Scroll Open, you should also get an email reminder. And then we also post in our Telegram group, Scroll Builders. I'll drop all the links at the end of the stream. But yeah. Okay. I need to pay attention to what I'm watching right now. Just getting to know about the hackathon now. Is it too late to start? No, it's never too late to start. Well, I guess it'll be too late to start once registrations close, which is March 5th. But so that's next Wednesday. But at that point, I think you'll still have like 2 weeks left, or like 3 if you start right now. And that's plenty of time to get something out the door. So if you go to open.scroll.io, there's a buddy pass, and the referral code for this week is demo. So just like type that in, and then we'll send you an acceptance and you get started. Yeah, I'm looking at this. I'll I guess address the questions a bit more in detail, but I think when I like my first thoughts about this are I'm not sure. Oh, is it what is this? Flip NFT is an NFT standard constructed using the bonding curve algorithm. Okay. It seems like there's more to this than I'm understanding because at first look, it just looks like an NFT marketplace, but I feel like towards the end, it said something along the lines of an NFT bonding curve NFT collection. What does that mean? In cooking or um I'm sorry, I wish I had more context. I think I have seen this project before, but it hasn't clicked over time, so I can't really give much feedback. I don't know, Sandy, if you have any initial advice, thoughts?
I think I kind of want to hear some commentary from you first, Emily. Like, kind of like who is this for? What is the target user? And you know, like if you were to pitch this to someone.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like I don't. I'm gonna have to like dig through the submissions whether or not we saw a bonding curve NFT collection as part of there. I mean, my main criticism is like I just have no clue what I was watching. Um, the
Like an
demo,
NFT collection that gets more and more expensive as time goes on, right? And so I think I kind of want to kind of hear like, NFTs kind of like was really hot for a bit and then now it's a little bit less hot. And I feel like it might have a comeback. I'm a huge fan of NFTs. And so like is the bonding curve intended for things like NFTs that have a lot of FOMO? Like what is the scenario? I'm trying to picture the scenario a little bit. Like what type of NFT project would really benefit from this?
yeah. I mean, transparently, I've never speculated on NFTs before. I've always done it because it was an interesting project to me. So this is harsh, but it holds zero water with me, like from that perspective. But I'm like I don't think I'm your target NFT user because I'm very much someone who will just buy and then sit in the Discord and be quiet. So like
Like, I don't know. I'm super like FOMO in nature, so I once a lot of ETH on this like thing that basically is kind of like the selling point is that it's done by the founder of the Rock series, and then you basically bid for a bunch of like AI generated faces, and then I thought there was going to be a second act where these like AI persons become like actual AI something, and then it was like a bonding curve like bidding process for the NFTs. I think for the for the bonding curve NFT kind of launchpad, so to speak, to work, there needs to be there needs to be artists or even like performance artists who are like very, very good at creating FOMO. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to explain why like one piece of art needs to be a little bit more expensive than the other.
yeah. I think that's the interesting thing about so many projects. It's like it could be a good idea, but a lot of the success depends on whether or not you can find the right supply and demand. Supply being like, I guess, the generators of art, and then demand being the people who want it. We do have a question. Emily, Sandy, do you have any cool wish list ideas for AI agents X Scroll? Funny you should ask. If you go to open.scroll.io, there's an ideas list.
Have a wish list.
We have a wish list, and it is very long. I'm not sure if any of these have AI on. I mean, like, I'm sure some of them. Yeah, DeFi agent to agent marketplace. Here's one. AI agent governance, decentralized AI agent insurance protocol. So the answer is yes. There's quite a few. Look, there's 25 instances of the word agent. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. Okay. Share this tab instead. Here. Okay. So you go to this. This is kind of like the repository of all of our information ideas. So if you just search agent, there are 25 instances of the word agent. And you can find a bunch here. Agent as a pet. But yeah. I hope that answers your question. And I know you're the person who was asking whether or not you can apply still. So I'll just show you really fast. Open.scroll.io, head over. You can hit register now. Why is this not loading? Yeah, and then right here, demo. That's your referral code. And then this is supposed to be you. So yeah. Anyways, I'm not sharing this tab instead. Okay, whoops. Let me start over. Okay, you click on the link, you get to this page, you get here, you have a referral code. Ta-da, you're now in the exclusive invite list after registrations have closed. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Share this tab instead. First demo of Vaultfolio, a risk manager platform allowing you to isolate your strategies by risk level. Great first liner. I love how you're setting context. Let's go for it. How long is this video? 2 minutes.
So this is the first demo of Portfolio. Still a lot of work in progress, but yeah, let me show you the current state. So Portfolio is a risk platform manager, allowing you to manage your different strategies based on the risk that you want to take, and by creating vaults where you're going to isolate your different position. Allowing you, like in case of one of your position get liquidated, it's going to impact only one vault and not all the other one. So yeah, on this this dashboard, I will see like all the different vaults that are available. And so basically, I can create one that's going to be like maybe my long term position by maybe putting like only USDC on lending, and I can create like a new one where I can take some I would say leverage on some hits. So it would be more risky, but I'm kind of willing to take this risk by only allocating like a part of my portfolio. So here I'm creating a new vault for new strategies, where I'm going to kind of define like the different lending and borrowing that I want to do. So yeah, don't look at the metric now. It's not accurate at the moment. But yeah, so basically the idea on one vault would be like to have the possibility to put some liquidity. So here we are using like AAV at the moment, but we will think to be expanded. So basically I'm going to supply like some USDC. So here I'm just putting like some assets inside the vault. And basically with that, I can then maybe take some leverage by doing a borrowing after that. All right, so now I can go and do some, to borrow some assets. So maybe I want to take like, I don't know, USDC. Doesn't really make sense at the moment, but yeah, it really depends on your strategy. And yeah, so the idea with Vaultfolio is like, as I said, to be able to kind of fragment your liquidity, allowing you to have like isolated vaults. And also like the thing that I want to develop in the future will be like how maybe you can use like the reward from your lending to repay, I would say, like your borrowing that you have. So that will be like a kind of automate actions that I want to put. But yeah, at the moment I still have like a lot to do with the UI and also like finishing, I would say, and polishing the smart contract. But yeah, here's the idea. So feel free to give me some feedbacks and hope to show you like the project in the end. Thank you.
Okay, you're done. Sandy.
I like it. I'm not super familiar with like how to be a risk manager platform, but I think it sounds cool. It sounds like something that I might use.
Nice. Yes, I agree. Also, Regis has also been applying week over week. So another seed that has sprouted into a giant tree feels very good in my heart. But yeah, I mean, it's coming along. I think it's the same feedback that I gave before. Or I think the first piece I gave before was just like, oh, audits, because I'm scared of locking my funds in a vault that I know nothing about. But that comes later in the stage, right? When we're talking about value proposition specifically, communicating how this works, I think is very important. How you condense that into like a one-liner to help someone who's like, oh, I don't know what this looks like, is a tough cookie to solve. But okay, I realize we have 11 minutes left and we still have a few, so I'm gonna try and turbocharge the rest of these, and watch everything on 2x speed and then jump around. So I apologize. But digital inheritance. Oh, interesting.
It's always good to think about whether we should power through or just like pick your favorites, and then we'll do some next week or extend the call. So many options. Okay, let's power through.
Thank you for the feedback. That's actually
Yeah, I guess we're like the first crypto generation, so the chance of us getting like inheritance is slim.
yeah, that's true. Digital inheritance. I guess what I will say is the idea is definitely very interesting. Oh my god, it says I'm alive on the side. That's actually so funny. But yeah, I love
Also,
that.
like life insurance.
Oh, did you say you should sell life insurance? Oh,
Crypto
actually, right? Because one of the ideas on the idea list was AI agent insurance or something. Agent insurance marketplace. Can you imagine if you integrate this? Insane. Yeah. I do think this is very cool, namely because I probably watched too many dramas that include like will dispute inheritance as like the key plot point, and then someone gets murdered. But I'm assuming with Eternia, we don't have that problem. Actually, no, this wouldn't prevent murder. But okay, let's keep going. Where's always hungry? Share this tab instead. Okay, Constella is a wallet for. Oh, here's the demo. But I'll share the full thing so you can get the thread. Copy thing. It's a work in progress. There's an agent. Oh, yes. Thank you so much for the Twitter thread. That is a great aspect, especially, I think. Agent spaceship for truly autonomous agents. I think I've given feedback on this before. I think what I want to say is I'm curious what this looks like in a mobile format, because it seems like the last piece has an ability is like in the, I don't know what I'm saying, but like I actually use ChatGPT a lot on my mobile. Anyways, I'm rambling. Sadie, do you have any first thoughts?
I'm a bit like maybe I'm a bit out of it. What is like Constella?
So Constella is a wallet for autonomous agents.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is what they're building.
Oh, that's what the app is called. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. I like the thread. So I think one thing that I just feel like the word AI agent is used like very, very broadly and very, very liberally. And then so when someone says it's like a wallet for my AI agent, I don't really know what it means. Like
Yeah. That's good feedback. I feel bad because I've seen this a few times and I get confused every time I watch it or read about it, which says something about me or says something about your. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I think there needs to be more clarity around the value proposition. Like, what does this add to my life? What is it fixing? Like the problem that it's fixing that exists right now, right? Or the new opportunity it's creating. I think it's some first initial questions you need to answer in your thread. But okay, cool. Share this tab instead. Wow, this is a game.
Yay.
The update I've been Node Defenders.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I saw you in the Telegram chat. Very cool. Definitely, I have tried to build Unity dApps on chain, and my first problem was I didn't understand Unity, and then my second problem was how the f do I connect this? But Third Web has a really good gaming SDK. I don't know if that's what you're using here, but if you're running into trouble or want to like look into game Web3 tools specifically, Third Web. What you see here is me placing turrets or nodes within my games that will open up various kinds of pools. Oh, interesting. In this case, liquidity pools. I wish you had more about the game mechanics. I would love to read like a deeper paper on this. But
Yeah, I saw this thread before. I think it looks really cool.
yeah. So I'm excited to see. I think the whole kind of rundown, really like a pitch deck. I know this is demo week, so we're kind of just like looking at the actual thing, but excited to see more. Okay, let's see who's next. Suri has posted it in stealth as I'm about to share with everybody, which makes me question. Well, I guess you knew I was sharing this live, so let me send this to you, Sandy.
Okay, we're recording. Hello, this is Lance from Saray. I just wanted to show the stablecoin Ethiopian Birr in a MetaMask wallet and how you can use it to send to other people. So right now, the address that I'm using is this 981 address. We can go fetch my other MetaMask address from here, and we can paste it here. It's just a simple website interacting with the smart contract. But what we're gonna do is send tokens. And as you can see, we are confirming ahead with the transaction.
Oh, okay. I know this project, as in I know very little about it, but I know why this might be confusing for you, Sandy. Okay, so this is, I actually don't know if it changed. I talked to him this morning. Lance is building a dev tool, which is incredibly difficult to explain without a clear demo. I sent him, again, I keep plugging this because I think Rion did a fantastic job of like demoing their app kit via an actual like interactable wallet that they do with. I'm not sure if this project is it seems like it's an Ethereum or Ethiopian stablecoin, but I think they might have pivoted. So this might be old because Lance talked to me this morning. So, and it's a dev tool he's building now, like a new API. So this might be stale. But yeah, I guess see you next week. No Mapia. Okay, here, let me share the screen. There's no video associated with this, but it's already pretty fleshed out. Decentralized freedom, universal home experience. Community for true believers of decentralized freedom. Times of gold. Sound seems a bit fast. Is this public chat? The answer is I just talk fast. I'm sorry. In times of cool.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So I've been trying to get this builder to think about what is like a minimum viable product, and I think he's been sort of like falling behind, just getting distracted with like, oh, how do I like, you know, make cool visuals, and how do I kind of build a community and stuff, just getting distracted. So any tips on how to get builders to kind of stay on track and go for the whole course, the whole scroll open experience? But you can obviously see the website is quite well done, and then the graphics, there's quite a lot of thought put into it. But like if yeah, I've spent a lot of time with this builder. Like, what are your thoughts? Maybe this is like my time to like pitch you.
Yeah, I mean, my thoughts are okay, if I had to be my most realistic self, it just seems like, oh, this is a really flashy AI generated landing page. I'm not sure where the actual application building comes in. Well, okay, my first in the I'm saying this more from the perspective of in order to qualify, you need to like
Build something.
deploy. Yeah. So I want to make sure that you know that. So when you submit, I don't have to disqualify you. I think the second piece is like you mentioned as well. It is very large in scope. So like the vision, like having a big vision is good and it's cool and I really commend you on that. But how do you where do you like narrow scope? um Maybe we take this at a localized level, like take one feature of it and say I'm going to build that specific community, right? um I think this hinges on a lot of like IRL experience, right? I'm curious where your first like execution wise, how does this even happen? Are you looking for sponsorship? Are you going to seed things on your own? But yeah, I think I'm just a bit confused how this will be executed, both in terms of submitting to Scroll Open as well as like your first steps. I don't know if this is supposed to be similar at all to like a different take on Zuzalu or these other like builder cities, which I think are very focused on like creating crypto. But this is, I guess, investing in joint investment in building houses communities. Is that what it is?
Okay. Well, I think it's good feedback if it's not clear. I think the backstory is that I met the builder uh, when he was thinking about building kind of like composable and modular housing for Mars. So the founder
Oh, whoa.
or architect, and this is his like pet hobby. And then it turned into, hey, like how about building an MVP, like a modular house? And then after the house was built, then the LA fire happened. And then so a lot of like his friends and neighbors in LA wanted to buy this like modular house, which is like fireproof and also all those like earthquake proof and all those things. Um, and then I think I was trying to like steer him into kind of thinking about how to like get the crypto community who is very nomadic, and then to think about like what is the kind of architecture for this crew. And also the idea is that the crypto crew is the most likely crew to want to go to Mars, and then to care about, to start thinking about what a Mars kind of habitation looks like from a kind of a material science and a housing perspective. But I think all of that is like quite hard to communicate, and I think so this is good feedback. I think there's a little bit of Zuzalu in there. Um, yeah, you
Okay.
can tell there's like the Mars vision somewhere, but maybe it's just like not written or consistently written.
Yeah. I think that helps a lot. That helps so much. I mean, like, not even the Mars point. Okay, I think the Mars point just like lost me. I was like, oh, what? But when you pulled up the piece about like, oh yeah, people care about natural disaster proof housing.
So that's like a tangent, right? After the LA fire, it just happens that the first modular house was built in LA, and then it became like super popular as an offline product. People just wanted like modular housing that where you don't need a permit, and it's like very cheap to build in your backyard, like cheap to like assemble, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, so
And
there's already a house built.
yeah, correct. There's already a demo house
Oh,
built.
wow. Okay. So this is
So
much
for them,
farther
like
along.
so the MVP is a actual house. It's like already
Yeah.
semi-built. So that would be the
Oh.
submission, and it's a matter of like, how much data with the house. It's also like super wired up with all the IoT stuff, like all the fridges and everything are like super automated. So it's kind of like how much of that can be put on chain and be deployed.
Mm. Okay. I see.
Anyways, again, I can see your problem where you spend a lot of time with the builder and you talk to them a lot, and then you're like, okay, nobody else understands.
Yeah. Okay, my actual first thought was like, oh, what if you get everyone to download the Chama app and then it becomes a community
Yeah,
funded.
yo, that is such a good idea.
Yeah, so I guess get in contact with.
I think there's also an angle where like the more people want to buy this, the cheaper per unit it becomes. So the
Oh.
first is obviously like not super cost effective, but like it gets like, if there's like 100 unit being ordered, then it gets like gradually cheaper
I
as
see.
you know,
Yeah, you can use Chama to fund each
yeah,
other and then bond by betting
betting on
using
the
foresight and then
NFTs.
getting jobs through blocking. Done.
Bringing it all together. I love it.
Yeah.
Yo,
Okay. We are over time. I don't know if you have things to do. I know it's pretty late. But we have a few more. We have 3 more actually.
yeah,
That I can just
continue.
go over, but feel free to hop off if you need to.
Yeah, yeah, I think this should definitely be using Charma. We need to do some interconnection within the builders, but yeah, I'm more than happy to like stay around for another 3.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for giving us your time.
Cool.
So Synth OS right here. Automate your gains. High-powered DeFi companion that relentlessly hunts for better crypto yields. So this is for people who haven't seen it yet. AI-driven competitive 3 of 3 multi-sig. Why it matters. Performance base. Ranks each AI agent by ROI. Oh, fun. MVP. This is also something that I've seen develop over time, and it's like consistent submitters, which is awesome.
Nice. Love consistent submitters.
Okay, and then let's make sure we get a 5 on the demo. Interesting font choice. It is incredibly different.
Oh, interesting font choice.
Oh yeah, if you watch the demo, I'm like, this doesn't feel like a Web3 application because it's not like super cool and black and like, you know what I'm saying? It's like a different color scheme than you normally see. And it's arbitrary commentary. I've been thinking about design a lot. AI agent, yeah. Oh, their pain point. There are too many AI agents in space. How do users even find them? SynthOS simplifies the search by categorizing non-organized agents and specific actions, maturing discovery. And okay, I can't read the text, but in general, I am pro anything that helps remove overhead as thinking. So the piece you wrote about, like, I guess measuring ROI of each agent and then kind of calibrating on that was very interesting to me, and very useful. I think the other thing is, I don't know if this is a demo of your app or a demo of just like a pitch deck, but if I were to say like, I'm going to this application. I mentioned this in our actual past stream as well. When it comes to apps that you want to interact with, like that should be one of the biggest things on your page, right? I don't want to read a bunch of text. Oh, I guess there's a launch app here. But yeah, I want to be able to immediately start acting on it. Versus like I need to scroll now and figure out all these different things that I can do with this, if that makes sense. But yeah, I want to see what launch app does actually. But first thoughts, Sandy.
I think my first thought is that I think there are quite a few kind of AI agent marketplace or launch pads out there, right? So like what is the angle and how do we want to differentiate? That's kind of like what's top of mind for me as I'm looking through this demo. Like I get it, like we're trying to optimize DeFi gains, but you know, like again, kind of like, would love to see a little bit about kind of differentiator. I think that website has a lot of character, and I like this kind of kind of style design. It's kind of quite kind of like 90s feeling, like 90s website kind of feel, and I think it's cool. And I can see this becoming like a thing, but like, is it kind of intended to target like younger children or like older folks, or like what is the is there a slight differentiator basically?
Yeah. Okay. Second to last, we'll get there. Is this sharing the tab? Oh, I have so many tabs open. Wow. Okay. This is really funny. Someone comments, it's definitely too early for a demo. But here you go. Let me paste this in the chat. I think this is also just a demo, but context Sandy. This is essentially you can take your NFT, beam it into like a 3D avatar, and then play around with it in like other kind of virtual worlds. It's the whole end to end.
Very cool, very cool.
Demo. First, of course, we connect the wallet and boom, our NFTs are fetched from the wallet. And in this case, we just pick our favorite NFT we want to 3Dify. And let's say we take this panda bear and click create full body image, because this is what we need. Our AI model needs to know how the legs and the lower body looks like. So for this, we have set up an API with a diffusion model. This is not our own model. We use the API, but we will set up our own as well so that we have more control and we needed to have spread arms so we can rig the avatar better. But once instance where our own AI model is running, and right now DreamGosh, we already set up the Trellis, which is a more modern AI model, which has better results and goes already faster. But yeah, we couldn't connect the dots all together for this demo. So now you see the Dream Gaussian. So as this is rendering very slowly, I will skip forward a bit. We are here in the cloud and we see now the GLB file, which is a and we will download it as our demo, but we will load the avatar into Blender so it worked. Already deployed NFT smart contract are on the, and also the skeleton rigging of the app in a couple of days. So that's it from our side for now. Thank you very much, guys.
Wow, so much has happened in a week. But yeah, I think for me, I don't know, it's hard to say because it's like I'm waiting for the end where you actually get to play around with him in like a different environment. Yeah, I'm wondering if there's like I love the idea of being able to like remix on top of existing like NFT assets, right? I think like Pudgy does a really good job of this, of like here's your NFT, but here's all these different ways you can interact with it. This is kind of, I guess there's a bit of, I see this more as I wonder if you could like sell this as like a dev tool or something. Like it's a service for other NFT projects. Oh, Sandy's gone again. Hello?
I have like very patchy internet connection, but I saw the demo. I think it looks really cool.
Yeah. Well, everything is like this is yeah. Okay, anyways. Oh, look in the comments.
Yeah.
Chama and Noma Pia chatting together. I'm excited to see this come to fruition. If you guys build modular housing in New York, let me know. I will maybe
Well, you
live
should
there.
join the community and start the New York community. Is there a need for one on the balcony? Maybe there's like a small one that's
Yeah.
earthquake proof and has like a parachute in case there's anything earthquake that happens. You'll parachute down. I don't know.
How do you spell Taji NFT? I'm not sure what you're referring to. Maybe he's talking to Geth's son. Okay. Last but not least, let's get into it. Here's our provisional demo. Hey friends, what is this? It's a region marketplace.
Very cool.
Okay. Are they just is this just buying like stuff? Is it just a market? It's literally just a marketplace where you can buy. Oh, but I feel like there's more to it. You can buy a Netflix subscription? I'm very confused. I feel like there's something more to this. Oh, there's Raza codes. Okay, what's our project about? Okay, I think I didn't see this. Building a marketplace for sustainable construction solutions featuring smart contracts for safe and smooth shopping process, environmental impact assessment. Okay, so it is like an online marketplace for sustainable construction solution. And it's the only feature that you're facilitating payments via smart contracts? What's the environmental impact assessment? Is that going to feed into the actual purchasing? I'm curious how it all works together. But I applaud you because 10% of something is better than 100% of nothing because I'm curious now. And I'm hoping you submit next week. Okay. Sorry. There's another comment Leon asked. How do you spell the NFT project I just talked about? It's Pudgy Penguins. Yeah, so I guess Leon, if you're thinking about it, they took their NFT and also they have like over 1 million followers on Instagram. So they do a lot of really fun like memes and reels, as well as plushies. I think I was, and it's cool too because it's like if you use your NFT, if you're anybody can use your NFT, and if your NFT gets used for some like commercial licensing, you get a cut of all the sales. So there's like return value and encouragement for like people to actually kind of play around with it. But Sandy, I know you just hopped off. Do you have any closing thoughts? This is the last one. I feel like you getting kicked off multiple times is just fate saying it's
I'm doing
over.
it. Off you go, not providing enough value.
No, you're the most valuable person here.
No, I think you're doing such a great job, and so is the whole team, and like and also all the builders. Like I'm really excited. I'm getting a lot of energy from seeing all these demos, and it's great to hear that everyone's kind of submitting consistently, and and I hope these like feedback is helpful. And we do this every week, and then we try to keep usher everyone along. So Emily is very much like the mom or the hurdler, and then so feel free to kind of like not take advantage of her like we all do our parents sometimes.
Yeah. No, please. I can't say please take advantage of me, but please leverage me as much as a resource as possible. this is my 24/7. So never feel if I'm sleeping, I'm sorry I'm not responding. But when I'm awake, I'll
Wait,
try to be around.
yeah.
I guess Adam is gonna launch Taji penguins now. I mean, if you can in the next 3 weeks, or 2 weeks or whatever, how many weeks left.
Yo, we
But
need the NFT project. I was hoping like someone would be like very design sensitive and like launch something for like all the builders, right? Like we have a lot of builders in Scope, and then what is like a unifying identity? And particularly if someone's launching like a bonding curve NFT, and it's kind of like the NFT should signal like how quickly you submit your demo or something each week. You know, it's kind of like class
interesting.
consistency.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you so much again, Sandy, for taking time out of your day to join us.
Of
Super
course, thank you
fun.
for having me. I think you know, would love to be here for the next one, and then we could have a little bit more banter and invite some of the builders to kind of share life. I think there's definitely a lot of interesting things raised. Hopefully, it's helpful for everyone.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm gonna end the stream. Everybody say bye.